Hello everyone, I'm again Mohit Jain at MJ's Maths and Stats with Sample Sure Questions Part 4. We'll discuss 10 questions today from question number 41 to 50 with a mixed variety of majority focusing on compound interest and simple interest. But don't forget we have shoelace theorem and fixed theorem today. The value of the motorbike depreciates in such a way that at the end of each year is three-fourth of its value at the beginning of the same year. अगर year starts with value 1, at the end उसका value सिर्फ three-fourth रह जाएगा. इसका मतलब one-fourth value depreciates. One-fourth का मतलब होता है 25%. Or we can keep it in fraction also. So whenever the sum is related to depreciation and depreciation is on WDV method, WDV means written down value method. Every year the value depends upon the value which is at the beginning of the year. Then value at the end of nth year is given by initial value into 1 minus d to the power n based on the format of compound interest. Now what is D? D is depreciation rate, which is 1 by 4 in our case. So if the initial value of the motorbike is 40,000, initial value means Vn equals to 40,000. What is the value of the bike at the end of 3 years or at the end of third year? So n is 3. Depreciation rate is 1 by 4. So Vn equals 40,000 into 1 minus 1 by 4 to the power n. And instead of n, we can write 3. 40,000 into 3 by 4 to the power 3. 3 cube. 3 cube is 27 into 4 cube. One six eight seven five. Consider a triangle drawn on the xy plane with its three vertices at 25, 0, 0, 20, and 0, 0. Let's call it O, this is A, and this is B. If I join it, we'll get a triangle. The number of points with integer coordinate inside the triangle, excluding all the points on the boundary, is. I hope you still remember. You can watch out in sample question part 2. We have done fixed theorem, and this is again an example of fixed theorem. Fixed theorem says area of polygon equals I plus b by 2 minus 1. I stands for integral points inside the polygon. B stands for boundary points. And A stands for area of the polygon. So let's quickly find the area of the triangle first. Area of triangle AOB is half into base. The length of base is 25 units into height, and this height OB is 20 units. So that gives me 250 square units area. Now we need the boundary points on the three lines we have. So if we consider line OA, here the points are from 0, 0 to 25, 0. So starting from 0 ending till 25, here we can find 26 integral points. 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0 till 25. Now if we consider line OB, here the points goes from 0, 0 to 0, 1, 0, 2 till 0, 20. That means from 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2 to 0, 20, we will have 21 points, 21 integral points for X and Y on the line OB. Now let us consider AB. To consider AB, we need the equation of the straight line AB. So equation of straight line AB is x by 25 plus y by 20 equals to 1. If I multiply both sides by 100, 4x plus 5y is equals to 100. And we have learned this in sample part 1 and sample question part 2 also, how to find the integral points when we have ax plus by equals to c. Let's do it. X, y. Put x equals to 0 and find the value of y in integer. So that will be 100 by 5, that is 20. Now, on x-axis, I will keep on increasing these points by 5 because that is the slope, because that is the coefficient of y. And on y-axis, I'll keep on reducing the values by 4 because that is the value coefficient with x. So next integral value which we will get is 5, 16, then 10, 12, 15, 8, 24 and 25, 0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 integral points on the line AB. 6 points. Now we need to calculate the value of B, that is total boundary points on this triangle AOB. Total boundary points are 26 plus 21 plus 6, but minus 1 for this point O, which has been taken twice, minus 1 for this point A, which has been taken twice, once on OA and once on AB, and again minus 1 for the point B, which is taken twice, once on OB and once on AB. So this comes to T. So total number of boundary points are 50. Now we can find the value of I. So A equals to I plus B by 2 minus 1. A is 250. I we need to calculate is 50 by 2 minus 1. 50 by 2 is 25. 25 minus 1 is 24. I equals to 250 minus 24. That is 226. Answer is 226. Find the area of the polygon with coordinates, and the 4 coordinates are given. That means we can form a quadrilateral, isn't it? Polygon with 4 sides, the quadrilateral. Let us plot these points first. And it might happen that these points are given in haphazard manner. We need to first plot these points and mark our polygon in a format, and that is cyclic format. First point given is 1, 6. So it should be here in first coordinate 1, 6. Minus 4, 3. Minus 4, 3 should lie here. Minus 4, 3 in second quadrant. Minus 5, minus 3. Minus 5, minus 3 in third quadrant. And 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is in fourth quadrant. Wonderful. So let us join these. And we need to join this in a fashion, please don't join -5 -3 with 1 6, because then you will not get a polygon. Let's call it A, B, C, D. A very easy and simple method which we have learned is join any diagonal and then find the area of the two triangles which can be formed, isn't it? That is the best traditional method to find the area of quadrilateral. Create one diagonal and then find the area of the two triangles. But here we will discuss a direct method to find the area of quadrilateral or any polygon for that shape, and that formula is known as shoelace formula. Very interesting formula and a very quick formula to find areas of polygon for 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides, any number of sides. Let's see how to do this. First, we will make note of the points in the given order A, B, C, D, and then again A. So A is 1, 6, -4, 3, -5, -3, 3, -1, and then 1, 6. Now, how do we use to calculate the value of a determinant? We'll create each subsequent pair as a determinant and put a principal diagonal and a secondary diagonal arrow. So here we have down arrow, then here we have down arrow, down arrow, down arrow. Then we will have an up arrow, red ink arrow up, red ink arrow up, red ink arrow up. Then area of polygon or quadrilateral, in our case ABCD, equals half into mod. How to work it out now? Keep on multiplying the down arrow values. Down arrow values को multiply करके add करना है. 1 into 3 is 3. -4 into -3 is 12. Add 12. -5 into -1 is 5. Add up. 3 into 6 is 18. Add up. Subtract all the values of the up arrows. Subtract all the values of the up arrows and add up. 6 into -4 is -24. 3 into -5 is -15. -3 into 3 is -9. -1 into 1 is -1. Now just calculate. 3 plus 12, 15 plus 5, 20 plus 18, 38, minus, all these are negative, that means this will become positive. 24, 39 and 10, 49. That equals half of 49 plus 38 is 87. Half of 87 is 43.5 square units. That is the area of this quadrilateral ABCD. Some amount out of rupees 7,000 was lent at 6% per annum and the remaining at 4%. Let rupees X is lent at 6%, and then 7,000 minus X is lent at 4%. If the total simple interest, what is simple interest? Simple interest is actually very simple. Simple interest is simply PRT by 100. Principal into rate into time divided by 100. Rate should be per annum and time should be in years. So if the total simple interest from both the fraction in 5 years is 1600, that means X into 6 into 5 by 100 plus 7,000 minus X into 4 into 5 by 100 is equals to 1600. Find the sum lent at 6% per annum. That means we need to find the value of x. A simple traditional method. Let's solve this. 5, 5, 3, 2, 0. 6x minus 4x plus 28,000 equals 32,000. 2x equals 4,000. Therefore, x equals to 2,000. Rupees 2,000 is lent at 6% per annum. Traditional method. And you know what? We can also solve this using our famous jungle rule butterfly diagram. And let's see how quickly we can do. Suppose the entire 7,000 is invested at 6%. Then in 1 year, simple interest would be 7,000 into 6 by 100, that is 420. And suppose the entire 7,000 is invested at 4%, then in 1 year, total interest collected would have been 7 into 4, that is 280. But in 5 years, simple interest collected is 1600. When divided by 5, this gives us 320. That means in 1 year, simple interest collected is 320. Let's use our cross diagram. This is 100, 280 and 320, difference is 40. Ratio is 2 is to 5. Divide 7,000 in the ratio of 2 is to 5. 2,000, 5,000. Bingo. 2,000 is invested at 6%. 5,000 is invested at 4%. Simple interest on a sum for 3 years at any rate of interest is rupees 225. 3 साल के लिए इसी सम पर इंटरेस्ट है 225. Means 225 is P into टाइम लिख दिया मैंने पहले into R by 100. 3 साल का इंटरेस्ट. भाई 1 साल का इंटरेस्ट कितना हो गया? PR by 100 is 225 by 3, that is 75. 1 साल का इंटरेस्ट. While compound interest on the same sum at the same rate for 2 years is 153. ठीक. यहां पर छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं जो समझनी है. पहले तो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट का अगर हम फॉर्मूला यूज करेंगे तो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट होता है अमाउंट माइनस प्रिंसिपल, दैट इज P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n minus P. और ये फॉर्मूला बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो जाएगा अगर हमने यहां पर इस्तेमाल किया. दूसरी चीज जो समझनी है वो ये है कि सिंपल इंटरेस्ट ऑफ 1 ईयर यानी फर्स्ट ईयर इज सेम एज कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट फॉर द फर्स्ट ईयर. यहीं से हमें पूरा क्वेश्चन का हेल्प मिलेगा. अगर पहले साल का इंटरेस्ट 75 है, जो कि कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट भी है पहले साल का, तो इससे हमें सेकेंड ईयर का कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट का वैल्यू पता लगता है. तो सेकेंड ईयर कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट इज एक्चुअली C1I into 1 plus R by 100. अब यहां पर हम वैल्यू पुट करके वी कैन वेरी इजिली कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ R. कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट फॉर 2 years is 153. That means CI2 is 153 minus 75. That is 78. Now 78 is equals to 75 into 1 plus R by 100. ठीक है. तो 78 by 75 minus 1 equals to R by 100 और R by 100 equals 3 by 75, that is 1 by 25. 1 by 25. R equals to 4%. The concepts always helps us in calculating these values in easy way. Now, what is the question? Find the sum and the rate percent. We have calculated rate percent, that is 4%. Now, for the sum, we will again go back to this formula. P into 4 by 100 equals to 75. So P equals to 75 into 25. That is 1875. A person borrows 10,000 rupees at 4% for the first year, 5% for the second year, and 6% for the third year. मतलब पहले साल वो 4% ब्याज देगा, दूसरे साल 5% देगा, तीसरे साल 6% देगा. What is the amount paid after 3 years? Now, in this question, nothing is mentioned. Let me add something to it. Add compound interest rate. Compounding rate पर देगा. Simple interest rate पर देगा तो अलग तरीके से हम compounding rate पे करेंगे. ठीक, मतलब वो 3 साल के अंत में कितने पैसे वापस करेगा वो हम कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं. How much he would be paying back after 3 years is 10,000 into first year interest rate is 4%, that is 1.04 से multiply और 1 plus 4 by 100. Second year में 5% multiply by 1.05. Third year में 6% multiply by 1.06. And let's see what we get. 10,000 into 104, 11,575.20. इतना पैसा उसे लौटाना है. What is the amount paid after 3 years? अगर ये पूछे कि what is the compound interest paid in 3 years? So that would be 11,575.20 minus 10,000. 1575.20 is the compound interest rate. A money lender borrows a sum from market at simple interest at the rate 3% per annum. 3% per annum पर उसने पैसा उधार लिया मार्केट से and lent it out to another person at 6% per annum compounded half yearly. If after 1 year he gets a profit of 618, then find out the sum borrowed by the money lender. सम को हम ट्रेडिशनल मेथड से तोड़ के भी कर सकते हैं. लेट मी डू इट विद डायरेक्ट फॉर्मेट फर्स्ट. पहले हम फाइंड करेंगे कि 6% पर एनम कंपाउंडेड हाफ ईयरली का नेट इफेक्ट अगर इसको हम कंपाउंडेड एनुअली में कन्वर्ट कर दें तो कितना मिलेगा. ठीक है, फॉर दैट वी यूज द सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट नेट इफेक्ट where we are converting it into single rate for annual single rate में अगर इसको कन्वर्ट करना हो तो क्या फॉर्मेट यूज करेंगे. 1 plus I to the power 2 minus 1. Now what is I here? I is effective compounding rate half yearly, that is 3%. And why I have taken 2? Because it is compounded half yearly. मतलब साल में 2 बार पैसा मिलेगा हमें. 1.03 whole square minus 1. 103 का whole square क्या होता है? 10609. So this is 1.0609 minus 1, that is 0.0609 multiplied by 100, that is 6.09% is the net effect. मतलब जो आपको हाफ ईयरली 6% यानी 3% करके कंपाउंडिंग दे रहा है वो अगर आपको साल का 6.09% दे, दोनों का मतलब एक ही होता है. अब हम यहां पर मनी लेंडर का प्रॉफिट निकाल लेते हैं. 6.09% उसको साल में इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है और उसको चुकाना कितना है जिससे उसने पैसा लिया? 3% ही उसको लौटाना है. दैट मीन्स हिज गेन इज 3.09%. और सम में दिया है इफ 3.09% इज इक्विवेलेंट टू ₹618, then how much is 100% of the money? 618 by 3.09 into 100. यहाँ into 100 करता हूं मैं तो 309 into 2 करूंगा तो ये आ जाता है 618. So 20000. 20,000 is the money which he have borrowed at 3% and invested, so that at the end of first year he is gaining rupees 608. And this is how money lender works. An amount of money, इसको आप sum भी बोल सकते हो, principal बोल सकते हो, grows up to rupees 86,400 in 2 years on the basis of compound interest. Compound interest का amount formula मालूम है हम लोग को, an equals p into 1 plus I to the power n. So this money grows up to 86,400 in 2 years. That means 86,400 is equals to p into 1 plus I to the power 2. And up to 1,03,680 in 3 years. So let me take this. 103,680 is p into 1 plus I to the power 3. इसको हम डिवाइड कर देते हैं जो फर्स्ट इक्वेशन हमें मिला था. 86400 equals p into 1 plus I to the power 2. And now, once we solve this, we can find the value of I. So PP cancel out, ye 2, and let us find this value quickly, that how much it is. This is 1.2. So 1 plus I is equals to 1.2. Let us take this now and use it here. So P into 1.2 whole square equal 86400. By 4, 60,000. So what is the sum? What is the principal? Rupees 60,000. A man borrows rupees 6,000 at 10% compound rate of interest. ठीक, 6,000 रुपया उधार लिया हुआ है 10% compound interest पर. At the end of each year, he pays back 2,000. हर साल के अंत में 2,000 रुपया करके वापस कर रहा है. How much amount should he pay at the end of third year to clear all his dues? कोई डायरेक्ट मेथड काम नहीं करेगा, एक एक साल करके कैलकुलेट करना है और फटाफट वैल्यूज निकालने हैं. तो पहले साल कितना इंटरेस्ट देना होगा? 6,000 का 10%, that is 600. That means he is supposed to pay back 6,000 plus 600 at the end of first year, that is 6,600. लेकिन उसने 2,000 रुपया ही चुकाया, यानी 4,600 रिमेन्स अनपेड. चलिए हम सेकेंड ईयर में आ जाते हैं. सेकेंड ईयर में 4,600 के ऊपर 10% ब्याज देना पड़ेगा, दैट इज 460. टोटल कितना देना होगा? 5,060 रुपए. लेकिन दिए कितने? 2,000. बच गए 3,600. थर्ड ईयर पर आते हैं. थर्ड ईयर की स्टार्टिंग हुई थी 3060 से. इस साल 10% फिर से उन्हें ब्याज देना है, दैट इज 306 रुपीज. Now 3060 plus 306 is 6633. That is 3366 at the end of third year लौटाने होंगे to clear all his dues. Now let's take up an example for compound interest. At what rate percent compound interest does a sum of money becomes 9-fold in 2 years? आपका पैसा 9 गुना हो गया 2 साल में. आपको इंटरेस्ट रेट निकालने के लिए बोला गया. ठीक है, तो पहले इंटरेस्ट रेट निकालते हैं. जो फॉर्मूला है हमारा, an equals p into 1 plus I to the power n. 9-fold मतलब 9p equals p into 1 plus I to the power 2. p कैंसिल, अब ये 2 है, हम स्क्वायर रूट कर सकते हैं बोथ साइड. 3 equals to 1 plus I equals to 2. ठीक, I का मतलब होता है R by 100. That means R is 200%. 200% इंटरेस्ट रेट होगा तो आपका पैसा 9 गुना हो जाएगा 2 साल में. So thank you everyone. This is Mohit Jain from MJ's Maths and Stats. That is MJ Magic Studio to you. Sample share questions part 1 with question number 1 to 14, part 2 with question number 15 to 25, and part 3 with question number 26 to 40. All are uploaded at the channel. Link is given in the description and the pinned comment. So please go through it, and we will be coming up with part 5 very soon with question number 51 to 60, which would be basically on geometry and mensuration. So stay connected with us. Thank you everyone once again to be with us. Please subscribe to the channel now, MJ's Maths and Stats. You can telegram me or WhatsApp me at the given number or email me at the given email ID with your doubts, suggestions and comments. I'll see you soon. Thank you.